Seth Rollins is the future, and the future is now. Welcome everyone to WWE Summerslam review and results for this a little underwhelming pay-per-view. But here we go. Jon Stewart kicks off the show. The crowd gives him the what treatment, and again, it's not exactly too exciting to see Jon Stewart there, but he is a real wrestling fan, and he starts talking about Brock Lesnar. He says he needs backup. But he brings out Mick Foley. Mick Foley says, "I thought you meant The Rock." Make a long story short, that was a little bit of waste of time, but at least he gets the crowd, someone interested, a little bit hyped up. He runs on the card. The first match we have is Orton versus Sheamus after about 9 minutes of talking segments before the match actually started. The match was pretty decent. Orton gets busted up on the left side of his face, right above his eye, like around right here. So it was interesting to see that dynamic. I'm surprised that Sheamus actually wins with 2 bro kicks back to back. Shocking here, but it's a good premise to make sure that your Money in the Bank winner is in fact strong. So that's good. Again, nothing really spectacular. A decent match, serviceable, better than Battleground. And next match we have is the tag team title match. 4-way elimination, a 4-way fatal 4-way match. New Day versus Lucha Dragons versus Matadors versus the WWE Tag Team Champions, which is the Primetime Players. This match had a ton of spots, a little bit too short, a little bit too rushed in my opinion, but it was still a pretty decent match. Not like exciting, not like oh my gosh, fantastic, but the Brooklyn crowd, primarily heel crowd, probably 99.9% of the people there were heel orientated, so that was good. They were really into New Day. New Day wins. Kofi gets the pin on one of the Matadors. I don't know which one because they both look exactly the same with the mask on. Of course, I know that I should know the difference, but quite frankly, I don't really care about the tag team division. I'm looking forward to more heel stuff by the New Day, because the New Day is a fantastic heel faction. They didn't go so well as a face. Now they're heels. People like them. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Next match we have is Rusev versus Ziggler, and this match was awful. Terrible. Ziggler looks fantastic as always. Yeah, he does the best he can, but against Rusev, who's a big monster, can really look as impressive? I don't think so, because, you know, Rusev outweighs him by like 100 pounds. I don't know. Terrible match, even a horrible finish. A double countout. Yes, that's right. You're at SummerSlam. You're wishing for an actual finish to the match, and you're getting a double countout. There's a big scuffle at the end with Lana and Summer Rae attacking each other, and Rusev and Ziggler having to separate them. Not worth it. Pretty garbage match. Then we have Stardust and the Cosmic King versus Neville and Stephen Amell. I must tell you this, as you might notice by my... sorry if the lighting's a little bad, but I like Stephen Amell. He's got a fantastic show on the CW. Arrow, you should check it out. The first 2 seasons are on Netflix. Hey, why not? Stephen Amell did fantastic. I am going to give credit where credit's due. He didn't mess up any of his spots. He didn't sell anything, which he didn't sell being hurt or anything like that, but he did fantastic kick. He did a leapfrog. He did an arm drag takedown. He left up the top rope to the outside. Everyone caught him. Of course, it was very safe. Neville gets the win with the red arrow. Everyone celebrates. Stephen Amell did fantastic. I hope he keeps on. I hope he has another match somewhere in the future. Then we have the Intercontinental Championship match, triple threat, with the Intercontinental Champion Ryback versus The Miz and The Big Show, or rather The Big Slow. And we have Ryback retaining the championship after Big Show hits the WMD, weapon of mass destruction, on The Miz. That's right. Ryback had to look a little weak to get the pinfall victory over The Miz. I don't know why this happened, but it happened, and it's done, and we move on. And then we have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. And the fans were solidly behind Dean Ambrose, but not with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns took a little nap at ringside when he got kicked or punched or something over the announcer's table, and they chanted Roman sleeping because Roman was sleeping. Roman didn't really do much in the match. Dean Ambrose carried the entire match. Dean Ambrose did all the work at the end, and he tagged in Roman so Roman could get the pin. Disappointing to see Roman get the pin and not Dean Ambrose. And again, the majority of the fans there were behind Dean Ambrose. Roman Reigns doesn't have it. Whatever it is, Roman Reigns does not have it. If you're a Roman Reigns fan, that's fantastic. I am not a Roman Reigns fan. I don't like him. I like Dean Ambrose. I like Seth Rollins. I like a lot of heels. I like some faces too. But we're talking about quality versus meathead, because that's what he is. He's just a big meathead. He has no charisma. He doesn't have what The Rock has. But moving on, Dean Ambrose and Roman win over the Wyatts. Roman gets the pin. Bunch of baloney. Dean should have got the pin. Then we have the guy who lost the U.S. Championship. Oh, sorry. The guy who does the Make-A-Wish stuff and runs the show versus the future of the WWE and the present, Seth Rollins, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship title match. Title for title. U.S. Championship 2 on the line. This match did not disappoint because Seth Rollins worked his ass off. Seth Rollins put forth so much effort and so much energy. The crowd was solidly behind him, period. There might have been a little bit, let's go Cena sucks chants going on, but Seth Rollins worked his ass off. And John Cena just did what John Cena does. And John Cena protected his face the whole match just to make it seem like his nose wasn't surgically repaired. Like his injury's fine. He's done. He's okay. Fine. The end of the match comes. Seth is in the AA. His feet accidentally hit the referee. Referee goes down. John Cena hits the move anyway. Where's the ref? Where's the ref? And the ref out there. He had Seth allegedly pinned. Seth was just taking a nap, people. Seth was just resting. So because he didn't need to kick out because the referee wasn't there. Seth hits the side of John Cena's face, not his nose. And the announcers make it seem like, oh my gosh, he hit his nose, he hit his nose. There are so many moves that Seth did in the match. There's just so many I can't even call it. If you don't have the WWE Network, if you want to see this match, solely just for this match, it's fantastic. Seth Rollins has evolved to such an elite competitor that he's just fantastic. And John Cena is just, well, John Cena. He just does the same thing, you know, the stuff or whatever that thing is. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with John Cena. I don't care for John Cena. Anyway, the finish of the match comes, as I was stating, the referee gets knocked down. John Stewart comes out with the chair, pretends he's going to hit Cena, pretends he's going to hit Rollins. He hits Cena with a massive John Stewart. Again, this is John Cena, Mr. Superhero, right? He hits John Cena in the gut with a steel chair. He runs out the ring. Seth Rollins pedigrees John Cena on a steel chair. The referee comes in the ring, counts 1, 2, 3. Your new dual champion, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and the United States Champion, Seth Rollins. Yes. After this, we have a little disappointing Divas match. Three-way elimination match, three-team elimination match. We have Team Bella, Team Bad, and Team PCB. They used to be called the Submission Sorority, but they had to take that name away because it's associated to a pornography site. So, we have the first team eliminated, which is Team Bad. Somebody pins Tamina, I forget who. Then Becky pins Brie to win. So Team PCB wins. This match wasn't that good. It was just okay. It was too fast. It was too rushed. There was too many spots. Not enough passion. The Sasha Banks versus Bayley match on the NXT TakeOver on Saturday was phenomenal, fantastic, brilliant. Just, if you want to see women wrestle, you turn to NXT. If you want to see divas and stuff, which is cool because I like the divas, but if you want to see a watered down version of what wrestling is, you turn on WWE. So that was too short, considering how much time was left over for the main event and for the match before the main event. I was hoping for a much more bigger divas match, but can't have everything. Next match we have is Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. This match was awesome. Kevin Owens worked his ass off after having a fantastic match with Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver on Saturday, which unfortunately he lost, but it's okay if he lost because he's on the main roster. He pins Cesaro clean at the end. Pretty good match. A lot of energy going back and forth. He pins Cesaro clean at the match with Papa Rob. Then we move on, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because Undertaker's too old. I got a ton of respect for Undertaker. He's been in the industry for a long time. He's a fantastic performer, but he's older now. And there's a lot of concern about his health after he had that massive concussion against Brock at WrestleMania 30. Again, I don't discount what he's done. I don't discount the energy, the persona, everything, or what he sacrificed. I don't discount all that, but he's old. He's older now, and he should take care of his health, and WWE should not put him in the ring anymore because he's older. Brock made him look like $1 million. Undertaker had a couple good spots, but Undertaker did not look like phenomenal Undertaker. He looked like an older guy going through some motions, and he looked tired. But, that being said, we are looking at Brock Lesnar losing this match after initially winning it by submission because the timekeeper saw it and he rang the bell and he's like, referee's like, I didn't call for the bell. And then Undertaker hits him in low blow in the, friends down there, and he submits him sort of, but Brock just taps out. He gives him the middle finger towards the end. Paul Heyman complains to the crowd later on after the match is over, and there you have it. That is your WWE SummerSlam review and results. I would go into more detail, but my time is limited right now. I want to thank you all for watching. I give this pay-per-view a 4 out of 5. The reason why I get a 4 because Seth Rollins, the future, beat that other guy. The other guy, the one who doesn't matter anymore. The one who's no longer running the show. The one who's no longer hoarding any championships. We don't need that guy to ever have another championship run. Ever again. Seth Rollins is the future. Seth Rollins proved tonight just how good he is. He had almost a perfect 5-star frog splash. It wasn't a 5-star frog splash, but it might as well have been. And he just... anything that John Cena can do, Seth Rollins can do better. Seth Rollins is more athletic. He's just better. Seth Rollins defeated the other guy. That's why this pay-per-view gets a 4 out of 5. The reason it doesn't get a full 5 is because the Undertaker-Brock Lesnar match was terrible. But again, Brock Lesnar is younger, stronger. I get all that. I respect that. Brock is fantastic. Undertaker's old. I'm sorry to say this. He's old and he looked terrible. I hope that he's okay because he looked really awful after the match was over. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with some more videos later on.